But I think you should see President Trump's tweet in a bigger context. Mike Pompeo made a speech in California yesterday. He's the Secretary of State, and it was extremely harsh. Ambassador Bolton came out today and supported the president. I mean, I think the message from the three of them is that the president wants to do what he promised, which was there's going to be a shift in the United States' attitude towards Iran. Iran has said things like this for decades, right? Death to the great Satan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Historically, we have ignored them. That's not going to be the case anymore. And I think your original question, your basic question is, where does this lead to? And that we don't know yet.
What is the oil market telling us on that front, Helima? I mean, clearly prices are higher. Iran's a major exporter and producer, and we're only seeing about a quarter of a percentage point gain for WTI. Does that make sense?
I mean, I think everyone's sort of in a wait-and-see mode right now. I mean, I think the bigger issues that are going to unfold is, are we going to see potentially, an Iranian nuclear restart when the sanctions kick back in? Are we going to see an intensification of the proxy wars? Are we going to see more ballistic missiles fired from Yemen into Saudi Arabia? We had an incident in a Aramco facility, late last week. Are we going to see a real intensification of Middle East unrest? And I do agree with Michelle that I actually think things are getting a little bit different this time, because we not only have sanctions set to snap back and significant volumes coming off the market, we also have these raging proxy wars that potentially put some key waterways at risk.
So that would be the Persian Gulf, right? I mean, is that what we're talking about?
And the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Straits of Hormuz, where the U.S. has the Fifth Fleet, standing ready to keep waterways open. But we also have the Bab of Mandeb Straits right off of Yemen. So combined, we're talking about, more than, 20 million barrels going through those critical waterways. And we've already had threats from the Iranian regime saying if we cannot get our barrels out, no one is going to get their barrels out. And so we have Sorry?
I was just going to say, Helima, Admiral Stavridis was interviewed by CNBC.com this morning. You can see the article on our website. And he thinks if they did close the Strait of Hormuz 2 to 3 days, the U.S. Navy could absolutely reopen it. However, you'd still have the issue with the many small boats that Iran can use to swarm. And it would be certainly a lifting of tensions dramatically in the region, for sure.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I don't think anyone believes with the U.S. Fifth Fleet in Bahrain that we cannot protect ships going through there. Right. But if we start having to deploy those military resources, I think that's going to put additional pressure on oil. I mean, that's a scenario for a real breakout in terms of oil prices in the back half of this year.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.